Hello, I'm back in Create a Sim, this time trying to make Ariel and TRitan. Trying. I think they came out alright, but it's not really that difficult if you just follow the colour scheme. But yeah, as usual, I probably won't really say much about it because you're watching it, so you really don't need me to tell you, oh, this is the bit where I was doing the eyes, and this is the bit where I was, because you can see that anyway. So instead, I thought I would just talk about so I had this, like, you know, sometimes you have like flashbacks of times that have happened. So I live in America, so I FaceTime my family at least once a week, and my favourite person in my family is my dog. She's not a person, but she is my favourite family member. I love her so much, and I always find it really sad when I FaceTime her because she doesn't really know what's going on. Like, she doesn't know that I'm actually talking to her. She just kind of looks at me with either she doesn't know that it's like real life and me talking to her over the phone, or she never loved me as I thought she did. It could be one of those things, but anyway, it reminded me of something that happened a few years ago. So at my parents' house we have one dog and one cat. And we got them both when they were babies, and we got them both around the same time. And in hindsight, it probably wasn't the best idea because the dog is a Bichon Frise, so she's a little white fluffy thing, and she doesn't really like cats. And so they're both old now. They're both like 16, and they kind of they manage to get along okay, but there's kind of like the unwritten rule of the house. So the dog pretty much has ownership of the downstairs bit apart from the kitchen, and the cat has ownership of the upstairs bit apart from my mum's bedroom because that's where the dog sleeps. So they kind of manage to live together and not really have to face each other very often. And their relationship has always been like that. I think, to be fair, I kind of blame it on the cat, and that's not me being biased because I really love the dog, but I have seen the dog try and go up to the cat, and my cat, Evie, she is a feisty one. Like, she will just smack you in the face if you're trying to pet her or anything. So, yeah, my poor dog definitely got some scratches on her nose from every time she's tried to bond with the cat, and it's been like that for years. They've never got on, which is such a shame. But there was one day where they did get on, or they seemed to get on, and I remember it so clearly. It was about 5 years ago this happened, maybe a bit longer actually, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Anyway, so we were all going to the pub, and yeah, we had been gone for about 4 hours, so not that long really in the grand scheme of things, and the dog had managed to go into my brother's room, which, I mean, to be honest, the door kind of needs to be replaced because his bedroom door is the only door where the dog can't open them. So she can open all the doors in the house, so, you know, she kind of has free rein, she can go wherever she wants, but she can't open his door. So she went into my brother's room, shut the door behind her, I guess by backing into it or by mistake, and couldn't get out. And the cat was in my brother's room, so it meant that the two of them were in there together the whole time. And my brother has like a shelf on the top of the bed, and on the shelf he keeps a small bag of weed. And so my cat had jumped onto, this is what we kind of surmise has happened because we only saw when we came home, but what we guess happened was she had jumped onto his shelf, knocked down the bag of weed, and then the cat and the dog just kind of chowed down on the goods. And thankfully, because my brother's room is the only room where they can't open the door, there's always a bowl of water and there's always a bowl of snacks in there, just in case, thankfully, because they were in there for like 4 hours, or, well, actually I don't know how long they were in there because they were both downstairs when we left. But so when we came home, we'd gone into my brother's room, and they were both sleeping on the bed, like right next to each other, like really snuggled in. And it was like, is this a dream? Why are they being nice to each other? And then we noticed the bag on the floor, and we were like, oh shit, what's happened? And so they had eaten all of the snacks in the bowl. They'd chewed bits of the duvet off. They didn't eat them, they just spat them out on the floor. And that's why they were cuddling, because they had basically just got stoned. When we look back now, it's a really funny story, but at the time, as you can imagine, if you come home and you find your cat and dog stoned together, it's a big worry. So we did get them checked out, everything was fine. It's since been like 6 years since then, so they are absolutely fine. They're both doing very well. There's been no long-term damage that we know of. But yeah, that's a story that springs to mind that we can now laugh about because some time has passed, but yeah, they still don't get on. So it's almost like when you look at the dog and the cat, you know they're not friends, but they did have that one day, the one day when they were friends and they just decided to get high together. Also, as you can imagine, my brother got a royal bollocking for that. So he doesn't smoke weed anymore. So some good came out of it as well. So yeah, that's the story. Don't tell Peter. But that's pretty much all I really have to talk about. I usually could just natter on for hours and hours and hours, but I'm quite conscious that I only have like two or 3 minutes left of recording time, and that's not enough time to fit any of my stories in anyway. So I guess I'll just talk a little bit about the creator sim. So the reason why I chose Ariel was because she is one of my favourite Disney princesses. When I was a kid, I was completely obsessed with Ariel. I sang all of her songs all the time. Her and Snow White are the best ones. They are, aren't they? The ones that sing the best usually are the best ones because Disney have chosen to give them the best voice, so they must be the favourites. So, yeah, I have got another video. I don't know whether it's before or after this because I do them in bulk, but there is another video with other princesses made to look kind of modern. But, you know, I thought Ariel deserved her own. So, yeah, I'm not really sure who to do next on Creator Sim because I don't like doing them just completely made up because then I've got no point of reference. Not that my point of reference really does any good, but yeah, I mean, I probably will upload some Sims that I've just made off the top of my head, but I prefer basing them off some kind of character. So if you can think of anyone that you'd like to see me give it a shot, you know, because my Creator Sims are so amazing, then let me know in the comments, and maybe that'll be the next video. Who knows? Who knows? Just don't give me someone that's going to be impossible. Like, don't suggest Hannibal Lecter or like Freddy from like the Nightmare, what's it called? Nightmare on Elm Street. Try and be a bit generous. Make them look, you know, pick someone that actually looks like it's someone I could do. You know, don't be silly, guys, right? But anyway, we're getting towards the end of the video now. I know I haven't quite made Triton yet, but I only did him in fish form, so it didn't take me long at all. So I will just say thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I know your time is valuable, and you don't have to spend it listening to someone like me, but I do appreciate that you have. If you have, well, you must have done if you're watching this bit of the video, so thanks for doing that. And I hope you have a good day, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe and all the other stuff that people say on these videos. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy the rest. Bye, guys.